Here's the aloe vera. This one here I'm going to plant today. And cut that off a big plant. Now here's a nice big aloe vera leaf. Bought this at the grocery store for 99 cents. Some places are a lot more expensive than that. Tried to pick out one that was in really good shape. This is the type that they'll use. Slice it open, they get the gel out, and make different products with. Aloe vera drinks and whatnot, salves. So we're going to try something with this. So before we do that, let's check my aloe veras that I have. Here's what happens to an aloe vera plant that you let just keep growing and let it produce as many baby plants as it wants. It's a little bit big and overgrown and hanging over the sides of my pot here. So what you can do, if you want to start new ones, you can just find one here that you like. You pick any of them. I should have got these when they're really tiny, but I'm just going to cut that off. And we can restart that. Yeah, pretty easy. It'll take it a while to root, but we'll just stick that in some ground and let it root. So anyway, I'm going to redo this plant. I'm going to take it all out of here. I don't know if I'll start too many of them. This is the type you'd buy at one of the flower shops. Get the little aloe vera in a little pot. You take it home thinking, well, I'll use it for burns and cuts and scratches and whatever they're supposed to be good at. I do not believe this is the kind that they use for making aloe products, such as aloe drinks and things like that. And that's where that big giant leaf comes in. Here's the pup that I cut off that big plant up there in the bedroom. And peel that off. I think that you can take these here, if you're careful, you could stick that in the ground and get another one grown. But I know you can take this plant, stick that in the ground, get that grown. Cut some of these leaves off, break them off. A couple of big ones here, so we got a little bit of nub. Now normally what I would do is I would leave this sit, let this dry out and heal up a little bit. Just for a couple of days, not too long. It's got plenty of gel in there and moisture, it'll maintain it. So, then all you need to do once that happens, get yourself a pot. I'm just using regular potting soil in here. And you put it in there. Now you're saying, well, how do you keep that thing up there? Well, here's something that's really handy. I like to always keep some of these here little shish kebab bamboo skewers around. So we can use them and strategically place them, hopefully, to hold that plant in place. And if we do it just right, it'll stay there. You could even put a little string around there to help. I got some around here, but you could just put a little string around there and just hold that up there like that. Keep that watered. And eventually it's going to look kind of bad. You might even have to break some of these bigger leaves off if they droop too bad. You could dry it out. And eventually what's going to happen is you're going to get a pretty darn nice aloe vera plant out of that. Those, mother of millions there in some water. Now I did this one maybe 2 months ago, I guess. Same deal, cut it off that big plant in the bedroom, potted it up just like I showed you, and this is what we get. We got 2 of them growing here. There's that one. This one, looking really good. It's getting a little baby on there. And I'm not going to let these go on there. I want to start a new one for up in that bedroom there. Get a smaller pot and just see how big these will get. Might not get as much light as it would like up there, but that's what I'm going to do. There's just a little comparison, that big aloe vera and the small ones. Okay. Okay, now for the purpose of this video. Like I said, I think you can take these leaves, if you break them off carefully, and just start new plants with those little leaves. I'm hoping I can do the same thing with this variety of aloe. I'd like to grow one like this. Now if you look, these up online and try to buy one, number one, it's hard to find which ones to get. They do have them out there. And the other thing is, if you get the plant or even a leaf, they're kind of pricey. You want maybe $10 for a leaf and maybe $29 for a plant. So what we're going to do is going to try to start this in some potting soil. I got 2 pots here. I got the clay pot mainly for weight because this is pretty heavy, and it's going to want to tip over. I'm going to put it in a plastic pot though, because I think I'm going to have to leave this lean against the pot. I think this plastic will be a little bit kinder to the back of this leaf. So I'm going to put some soil in here. I'm just going to use regular potting soil. This time it's a little bit different type. It's Miracle-Gro organic. I'm going to put that baby in there, and then we'll keep you updated on what's happening. I'm hoping to see some babies come growing out of here, and I'll be able to take them off and start them and see if we can grow these. Okay, got the soil in the pot. This soil isn't quite as nice as their regular soil. I don't think it kind of clumps up a little bit and dries out on top, but this is what I'm going to use. I didn't fill the pot all the way up because that leaf is going to have to be stabilized on the edge of this pot. I'm going to break this up a little bit, even that out. And I don't know if this is going to work or not going to work. But this is what we're going to try. I'm going to put this leaf down in there. Don't need it too far, I don't think. Just going to bury the base of it here. Now it's possible that I maybe could even cut some of that off and just start that, but I'm afraid if I do that, if this don't heal right, it might not work. So we're going to take this whole leaf and stick it in this pot, pack that down a little bit, and it's been collecting rainwater. Last couple of days we had some rain, so I was able to get some rainwater. That's what I'm going to initially water it with. Water that down in there. You notice this leaf was in a grocery store, so it's probably been picked for at least a week or better. I don't know how long they last picked. So that end is all healed up. Put some water in there. And we're just going to keep an eye on that. I'm not going to let it dry out. We don't want to keep it too wet. We don't want things to rot. So I think we'll end this video now and put this one online, and then we'll start doing updates on this as it goes on. We'll see what happens.